Hi, thanks for joining me today as we begin our exploration into the importance of media literacy. We'll start by talking about what is media literacy. The expanded definition of media literacy is that it's a 21st century approach to education. It provides us with a framework to access, analyze, evaluate, create, and participate with messages in a variety of forms, in anything from print to video to the internet. Media literacy bundles an understanding of the role of media in society, as well as essential skills of inquiry and self-expression necessary for citizens of a democracy. More than anything else, media education is a quest for meaning. On average, our kids spend 7.5 hours a day interacting with media, which makes media literacy a critical skill for them to have. Students share that learning about media literacy connects school to their real life. Since they're spending so much time engaged with media, the fact that they can learn about it at school and learn how to be media literate and think about media and evaluate media and think critically about media connects that school life to their real life. Traditionally, schools have focused on text and written literacy as being the most important. Unfortunately, that leaves our students unprepared to think critically about or communicate through the media that they spend so much time with, which is another reason why it's so important for us to begin our focus on media literacy with our students. It's important for students to view media as stories being told to them so that they are not consuming that media passively, but actually engaging with it and thinking critically about it. We're currently educating our students to read actively, but we're conditioned to view visual images or media passively. So why media literacy? Why is this important? Why do we need to work on this with our students? Well, our students need critical thinking and self-expression to be engaged global citizens. We all know that critical thinking is an important 21st century skill. Media literacy skills embody critical thinking, which the students can then use in both media literacy and other places in their school and lives. Media exerts an influence and has an impact on our perceptions, beliefs, and attitudes. Think about all the media that our students consume during a day. If they're not thinking critically about it, if they're just consuming it passively, it can be having all kinds of effects on what they believe, what they think, what their attitudes are. Media literacy helps us to understand where information is coming from, whose interests are being served in that message, and how to find out more information or alternative points of view. So, how do we do that? How do we teach media literacy? The most effective way has been found is to teach students to ask a series of key questions. These key questions provide them with an internal checklist which they can apply to any media message they come in contact with, and it gives them the skills they need to live in our media-saturated world. Ultimately, at the heart of media literacy is the principle of inquiry, learning to question. So what questions do we want to teach them to ask? The key media literacy questions are, first, who created this message? Second, what creative techniques are used to attract my attention? 3, how might different people understand this message differently from me? 4, what lifestyles, values, and points of view are represented in, or, sometimes more importantly, omitted from this message? And 5, why is this message being sent? Now, there are variations on these questions available for younger students and for students who are ready to think even more deeply about media literacy. So what are the benefits of media literacy? We know why we want them to do it, but what benefits will we see from it? Media literacy provides a common approach to critical thinking that can be applied across the curriculum and also in other areas of the students' lives. Media literacy focuses on process skills instead of content, which allows our students to analyze any message in any media, which is really the ultimate goal that we want for our students, is not just to be able to analyze the media that we're presenting to them to teach them these skills, but ultimately we want them to be able to take that and apply it to anything that they view, read, and see. Media literacy in our students benefits society because students learn to have respectful conversations that lead to greater understanding of each other, which is important in the global society that they're going to be entering. So this is just kind of an overview of media literacy, how it impacts our students, why it's important, and what benefits we can see from it. This will be a topic that we will continue to discuss, as well as look at resources for implementing it in our curriculum. Thanks for watching.